Hi, Mesa Verde. Here we are. Welcome to this week's tennis lesson, online tennis lesson. Today, we're going to be working on a backhand slice. Now, in tennis, as you've heard from Andy and myself, there are three aspects of getting better in tennis. You have strokes, you have shots, and you have strategy. Well, today we're going to be working on the technique of the stroke of a slice, which will help your shot get better, which will therefore get your strategy better. So here's a couple of things that you want to think about when you're doing a backhand slice. The term slice and the term underspin are basically the same term. So what I want you to try to think about when you're starting a slice is first understand the best grip you can be in, and we talked about this in weeks past, is the continental grip. And remember, the continental grip is with your index knuckle on bevel number 2, and that's the best grip for slices. And in fact, it's that grip that you use for volleying, for overheads and serving, and anything with underspin on your forehand or your backhand, okay? So when you start a slice, Roger Federer, I think, has the best slice in the world. And what he does is, when he takes his racket back, he draws the racket back up high above his head like this, with his racket face open, and then when he comes down to make contact with the ball, he comes down and then through it. Now, the thing with slice is, when you first try it, when you first start trying to, experiment, when you watch a pro hit a slice backhand, this is kind of what you think is happening. I'll demonstrate again. It starts like this and then through. So you'll see the racket will finish like this, and you'll think that the pro is hitting like this. And if I do that, as you can see, the ball's not going to go very far because it's got a lot of chop to it. So really what you want to think of doing is, as you make contact with the ball, as you come down, you actually want to close the racket, which kind of is counterintuitive to what you think. That was a big word, by the way. That UC Irvine degree, 1976. You make contact with the ball right here, kind of straight up and down in your mind. That's kind of what you want to think. Because as you make contact and come down to the ball, it will automatically pop up. So the idea is to take the racket back, come down, close the racket, and then just swing right on through, and you get that slice. Okay, so one of the things that will happen is, as you're experimenting, if you start to level and you swing, it'll pop up in the air like a lob, okay? And if you take the racket up high again and you come down and close it off a little bit, that's where you're going to start to feel the nice power as you hit it, okay? So it comes down and through. And notice too, when you take it back, you want to do a nice unit turn, hanging on to the racket with that left hand will really help you to support the racket. So we take it back and we come down and through like this. Come down and through like that. One more time. Down and through like that. Okay. A lot of players also like to do what's called an inside-out spin, where they make the ball kind of fishtail off to the side like that. So not only can you do this one like this, but you can kind of go across the ball and have it kind of curve out, okay? So it's a lot of fun to try, experiment with it, and remember, stay in that continental grip. Basically, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hey, it's great to have Andy Stewart back. We were able to get Andy back this week, and we've just had so much fun. We are so blessed to be back at work at Mesa Verde, and we just want to thank the members for being so supportive through this time, and also the staff that we've been working with Jeremy, who's our just one of the greatest general managers I've ever worked for in my life, and just all the support staff in the kitchen and food and beverage and accounting and human resources and everything. So we're really thankful that we're back here, and we're so glad to see you guys back on the courts too. Okay, take care.